So I originally got involved with the United Academics movement because I was raised by folks who were graduate teaching assistants in the 1960s and worked on having one of the first teaching assistants unions at University of Wisconsin in Madison. And also my mother became a labor historian. I also then went on to work for labor unions as well, with Justice for Janitors and the Service Employees Union in California in the 90s and the early 2000s before I went to library school. So I was already fairly interested in the labor movement, and then what was happening here was really a clear need for the same kinds of things that we had worked for in other areas. So the differences that I've seen here since the United Academics first collective bargaining agreement went into effect has been pretty dramatic for me, especially. I think I joke that I might be the single biggest beneficiary to the first collective bargaining agreement. I was able to take my first sabbatical in 13 years because I couldn't afford to take even a term off without some pay, especially with childcare costs being what they were. And I really enjoyed the work that I was able to do, the research I was able to undertake, and the sense of purpose that I got when I came back after I returned from that sabbatical. I was also able to go, when I went up for promotion, I was able to get a raise that was more in line with what my colleagues in other departments had been making, instead of a fairly small one that we had been getting for many years. Thirdly, we really appreciated the chance to have a voice in the sorts of the process that we were going through, especially around the merit money that was available to start a process where we could dialogue with our administration about how that money would get distributed and the criteria that we would use. That's a process that's still ongoing, and we're looking forward to revising it this next time around. But all of those things were really important to having a voice with a unit as large as the libraries. So my vision for what I hope the United Academics looks like in the future is continued involvement in having a voice in how the university grows and improves and becomes the university that it can be. I think it's also about making sure that all of us feel like we have a say in how our workplace is set up, and so that we can do the best work that we're capable of. So I think for anyone else who's considering a union at their workplace, at their university, I would just say that this has been a really positive experience. It's been a really wonderful way for us for me to dialogue with my coworkers, people that I've known for a long time, people that are newer, so give them some sense of history and perspective about how things are the way they are. I also think that it's been a wonderful way to talk to the folks who are working as our managers and our administrators, so that we can get a sense of what's important to them and what's important to us and how to come to solutions together. I also think, just personally as a librarian, that it's been really hugely beneficial at our particular institution. The way the libraries have been set up has meant that we could use a little bit more help in some areas than in others, and the union has been a really wonderful way to address some of those things. I know that there have been administrators who've talked about how important the changes that we're putting into place fairly quickly, because they were mandated by the contract, but that they were things that they've been hoping to put into place for many years. So really, this is a way for all of us to win and for all of us to work together and to have a democratic voice.